on and so forth, right? And so, again, when you watch, like the stick isn't going back this way to get the rebound, and every time you hit the pad, the stick should be coming right back up to the same place. And I suggest starting at 40 because if you guys like, okay, for example, here's a stick. Okay, it's very simple. All I want you to do, right, is sit down and do the same thing. Just throw the stick down, keep all your fingers on it, and then make sure that it comes back up to the same place without moving your stick back. Here, try it. Yeah, so like that, right? And if I'm holding your wrist, you should be able to do it. Okay, but you don't want to pull it back up. You want the natural rebound to bring it up. It's weird, right? Keep all your fingers on it. Keep everything on the first joint. Yeah, it's
not that easy.
Yeah, and I recommend doing it slow because that way you can really teach your body what it's supposed to do. You know, like there are a lot of guys who say I practice 8-9 hours a day. Then if they practice the wrong way, all they're doing is teaching themselves to fail for 8-9 hours a day. So it's more important to be really focused when you're practicing and to be really in the moment when you're practicing and to teach yourself how to do things right. You know, because if not, all you do is you teach yourself bad habits, and then you have to spend another 8 hours to get the bad habits out of thing. So that's the first thing I always do, right? Just full strokes. And then, everybody knows about the Moeller, right? By this point, and one of the issues that I had in my playing was that I found it really hard to generate a really good volume, a really a nice solid tone when I'm playing like backbeat music. And I realized, partly it was also again because when I was playing, my arms were flailing out, and doing all this stuff. And if any of you guys, watch yourselves when you play, and you'll realize that when you're doing this, your body doesn't feel at ease or doesn't feel very strong when you're playing. And the other issue is balance. I've had an inner ear problem since I was really young. So the only thing that I can do that involves balancing and coordination is playing drums. I can't ride a bike. I can't rollerblade, and I get giddy very easily in cars and all that. So I guess all these exercises, really benefited me, and I'm sure they will anybody, who has more advantages in life. So the first thing that I work on when I'm playing the Moeller stroke is kind of like the full stroke, right? And it's just like that. So the whip comes from an up and down motion. I try not to pull my elbow out too much, because at the end of the day, when you're actually playing, that's not going to be happening. And again, I try and always keep the stick in the first joint. Okay, and then so that's Moeller 1s, and then Moeller 2s is when you do, right? And the second stroke comes from pulling up the hand. So and that's really about as fast as I can go with it. And Moeller 3s is a lot of guys say the Moeller 3 is just doing this, which kind of is, but when you slow it down and you try and really isolate the movements, the Moeller 3 is kind of like this. Your first stroke is like a Moeller 1. Your second stroke is like a full stroke, and your third stroke is the upstroke. That make sense? Okay, cool. Also, one of the things that was really helpful that Dave DeCenzo helped me work on was just getting more articulation in my playing.